Yeah, if you want to dial behind Harry and Longwood, it's 844-220-0965. That's 844-220-0965. Let's go out to Longwood, talk to Harry this morning. Harry, good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
Good morning.
Thanks for the call. What's up?
Well, now you got me thinking about a different question, but I have two hopefully quick questions. So,
Sure.
well, you had mentioned one time about the best way to invest in your IRA versus just your normal investments. And you said something about the stocks being in one, something to do with taxes and later on. Is there certain things like that that are better to invest in than not?
Well, if you're looking at taxable versus non-taxable accounts, like an IRA, which is non-taxable, and your regular brokerage account, which is taxable, you want to put the things that generate income, taxable income, in the taxable account. I'm sorry, in the non-taxable account.
Tax-deferred
In the tax-deferred account. And the things that generate long-term capital gains or for growth, those would be in your taxable account. Does that make sense, Harry? So the things that generate a lot of income, dividends, interest, you want to put those in your tax-deferred, non-taxable account. And the things that generally don't provide that much income, you want to put in your taxable account. Make sense?
Is that what you're asking, Harry?
Yeah. I wish I'd known that about 25 years ago, but that's
well,
good.
It's never too late to reposition your portfolio. You know, we'd be glad to offer you a second opinion and give you some ideas. So,
Yes.
Go ahead.
Good point.
And you know the question.
Here's my
Sure.
original question was, I heard the other day about different ways to convert your IRA into like Roths and things like that. What's the best way? I'm 67 going on 68. My income is going down significantly in the next couple of years. And what's the best way to get money out of my IRA? And are there three big ways to do it, three best ways to do it, or how does that work?
Well, Harry, I'm not sure. There are probably lots of ways to do it. So if I'm understanding you correctly, and help me, correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think you're asking is what is the best way to draw income from your portfolio now that you're retiring, I guess, or retired. Is that correct?
No, actually, let me back up. That might be part of it, but not much. The main thing is I don't want to be taxed with all these taxes that are going to have to pay these trillions of dollars down the road that we've been doing, our government's been doing. Taxes are going to have to go up, I assume. So I don't want to be taxed in my IRA significantly if I can move that money out and pay taxes in my lower earning years right now.
Yeah, so you make a great point, Harry, and I think this is a question that Joe and I and the other planners here in the office are receiving more frequently now as a result of a number of things. First of all was the Secure Act, which passed in late December, which did away with what was known as the stretch IRA, where if I were to inherit an IRA, I could take distributions over my lifetime to minimize the tax effect. And of course, you can always take it all out right away if you want, but you didn't have to. You were given that option. Well, that was eliminated, and now any beneficiary has 10 years. So that was sort of a nod in favor of considering Roth IRA conversions. Then, now, of course, we're at historically low tax rates and we're running massive deficits. And so I think that a lot of folks are wisely looking to the future and saying, hey, tax rates are probably going to be higher down the road because sooner or later we're going to have to pay the piper. We're going to have to start paying back all this money that we've borrowed. And so when you put those two together, one has more of an estate planning implication. The other is more just how do I minimize my own tax bill, which I think is what you're getting at. And the idea is if you're in a lower bracket now, and I really like to see people in the lowest couple of tax brackets, say 10% or 12%, but it depends on your situation. If you are in the 22 or 24% bracket and you know that you're going to be there forever, because of your income and the asset base that you have, then you would want to consider it there. But the idea, Harry, is to look at how much income do you have. Are you married?
Yeah, I'm married. I'll probably be in the 12% at this point coming up.
Okay, so 12%. So here's the thought process. If I can pay tax at 12% now, and I think taxes are going to go up Whereas, or down the road, I might have to pay it 15% or 20% or more because of the deficits, like you pointed out. Hey, I'd rather pay the 12% now, and then all the growth that happens in the Roth is tax-free. And so what you do practically, and this is what we do for our clients, Harry, is we figure out, okay, how much income do you have? Because if you're married, you can stay in the 12% bracket having up to about $80,000 in taxable income. So that's after your standard deduction. So for a couple, you add, $24,000 to that. So you can have, let's say, $104,000 or so of total income and still be in that 12% tax bracket. And so if you and your wife had, we'll just make up $75,000 of total income, well, in our example here, you could convert $25,000 to $30,000, and you would pay tax at the 12% rate and convert that amount into your Roth IRA. And then you would look at probably doing that every year, to kind of fill up that 12% bucket, so to speak, because our current tax rates, Joe, they sunset in about 6 years?
Yep.
So that's the thought process, Harry.
How much did you say I could put in?
Harry, hang on. I know we're coming up against a break, and I want you to stick around because there's more to this question than we've been able to get. Am I right, Kyle? We're up against a break. I'm looking at the clock here.
We are. Yep. Harry, hang on the line here real quick.